We are taught from the very beginning that destruction is the enemy, that endings are failures, that when something falls apart, we've lost. But the ancient mind of India did something that should stop you cold. It took the force of destruction itself and made it a god. They called him Shiva, and they understood a truth we've forgotten. Nothing new can ever be born until the old is allowed to burn.
In the ancient framework, there are three great forces. One that creates, one that preserves, and Shiva, the one that destroys. But here is what most people miss. In this vision, destruction was never evil. It was transformation, the dissolving of what has finished its purpose to make room for what comes next. Shiva is often shown dancing inside a ring of fire, and that dance isn't chaos. It's the rhythm of the universe itself, endings and beginnings turning into each other forever. From that one idea come three lessons that can change how you face.
The first lesson is the simplest and the hardest to accept. You cannot build a new life on ground you refuse to clear. We cling to the relationship that ended, the version of our career that's already gone, the identity that no longer fits. We stand in the rubble, trying to live in a house that has already fallen, because tearing down the rest feels like losing. But Shiva's fire teaches the opposite. The forest that burns is not destroyed, it is renewed. The very ash becomes the soil where new life grows faster and stronger than before. What feels like the end of your world is often just the ground being cleared. The collapse you're mourning may be the only thing making space for what you're meant to become.
The second lesson is more personal, and it cuts deeper. Shiva is shown with a third eye, and in the stories, when that eye opens, it burns illusion itself to ash. Strip away the myth, and it points at something real. To truly grow, a version of you has to die. The person who was comfortable, the ego that needs to be right, the old story you tell about who you are and what you can't do. We resist this like death itself, because, in a way, it is one. A small death of the self. But every real transformation in a human life works exactly this way. You don't add the new you on top of the old. The old one has to be released first. Growth isn't gentle addition. It's a burning away of who you no longer need to be.
The third lesson is the most freeing. Shiva is often covered in ash, and he wears it on purpose. The ash is a reminder. Everything you are clinging to, every possession, every status, every fear, will one day be reduced to exactly this. It sounds bleak. It's the opposite. Because once you truly understand that all of it is temporary, the grip loosens. The fear of losing things has less power over you. You hold your life more lightly, not carelessly, but freely. The ash isn't despair. It's perspective. What remains when everything that can burn has burned is the only thing that was ever truly yours.
So this is what the god of destruction was really teaching. Destruction is not the opposite of creation. It is its beginning. Clear the ground you've been afraid to clear. Let the version of you that's already finished fall away, and hold what is temporary with an open hand.
The fire you fear is the same fire that forges you. You were never meant to stay the same. You were meant to be remade, again and again and again.